Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to Scatter Love Tarot with your girl coming at you with another pick a card reading. Today we are going to do what surprises are you receiving this month due to your hard work. We're at the beginning of May. I thought this was perfect to bring out at the beginning of May. First, I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this channel, to be a part of this incredible tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience, that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. I've got the hiccups. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you will find all those links down below in the description box in order to do so. You may email me for a personal reading. I'll get you out further information. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and when you click that link, it'll show you the options that are available as well as what comes with each option. So I do hope to see you over on memberships. If not, thank you for your continued support here. A quick update real quick. Quick. I am on the road currently, okay? I'm on a journey. I am doing a huge travel. I was traveling from southern Texas all the way up to the north part of the country, and so I was traveling 1,400 miles. I'm just a little bit over halfway right now, and I was able to take a break. When we travel, we don't travel quickly, so it's a very slow and steady travel. And yeah, I'm just letting you know that that's where I'm at. So if you keep updates with me, I'm actually going to post that also on the community tab and get that out there. But I am in the midst of traveling, so I had some time to get this reading out to you today, and I'm excited that I was able to make space to be here for you, especially in the midst of my laptop and that fiasco, which is now all fixed. And yeah, I am upgraded and finally back, and once I'm settled, everything will go back to the way that it was, and we'll get you out more scheduled regular readings. But thank you so much for your patience with me while I have been dealing with this Mercury retrograde and this travel and all that stuff all coming together all at once. But everything is coming together now, and I'm just so grateful to be here. So let's get into your prayer, and we will go ahead and get to this reading and find out, what is your hard work bringing? Okay, my beloved source, this prayer is for any and all who come onto this reading. May you help us know what path is before us, if this is the one that we're meant to take, or if you are diverting us and taking us on a detour to that which is more aligned with our highest purpose. That we all have this beautiful gift of life, and I ask that you help us remember this, and that we can lean into this and find solace here, and peace and harmony and resonance. That through that we're able to connect with others in a way that maybe we didn't know was possible. That we're looking for that reciprocity in our life, that we're looking for that equal give and take. We're putting out so much energy and effort at this time, and really focusing on showing up for you so that we can manifest that which we ask for. And I ask that you give us a sign. All of us, give us a sign that the work that we're putting together and the work that we're putting out there is actually attracting back to us that which we desire, that is in alignment with our highest good. I ask that you give us the signs to remind us just how incredibly powerful we are, and just how amazing and magnetic that we really are. And I ask that you remind us that we stay in this high vibration through our thoughts, and that you help us see when negativity comes into our life, and that we have the choice to change that. Remind us of that. Remind us just who we are always. And remind us that we can walk in this energy and this love and this truth. As these words are spoken unto this reading and over my people here on this channel, so shall they be. Amen. Aho ase. Thank you, my beloved source. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's go ahead and get that set up over here. All right, today we are going to use my Divine Animal Oracle deck. I've already shuffled these, so let's get to it. So source for pile number 1, what Divine Animal Oracle deck will help us better understand what surprises that pile number 1 is receiving this week due to their hard work. Okay, thank you. For pile number 2 source, what Divine Animal Oracle card will help us better understand what surprises pile 2 is receiving this month due to their hard work. For pile number 2, thank you. Okay, for pile number 3 source, what Divine Animal Oracle card will help us better understand what surprises is pile 3 receiving this month due to their hard work. For pile number 3, thank you, source. Okay. Bottom of the deck, I already love it. Leadership. So a collective reading saying that you're coming into a position of leadership, being respected, being admired, being in this place of being able to give clarity and understanding to others, right? Others wanting to come to you for advice. All right, so make sure that we're in frame here. Okay, so for pile number 1, we do have this beautiful piece of amethyst. It's like a much smokier color than the other ones that I have, and I really love that. Okay, for pile number 2, we have this yellow citrine. Pile number 3, we do have this piece of unakite. So we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Whichever pile you're drawn to, that should be the one for you, and I will see you over on your chosen pile. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this piece of amethyst, or if you were drawn to this card here, then this is going to be a reading on what surprises are you receiving this month due to your hard work. For those of you that are returning viewers, watchers, subscribers, thank you so much for sharing this journey with me and being a part of this incredible tribe. For those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we are all here sharing this human experience and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. So that being said, let's just go ahead and hop to it and find out more about your reading and find out what surprises is this pile number 1 receiving this month due to their hard work. Source, what surprises is pile number 1 receiving this month due to their hard work? What surprises are pile number 1 receiving due to their hard work this month? Source. Okay, so we've got 11th house. We have Aries energy and Mars. So definitely a fiery energy is coming in here. Does look like praise and followers and acknowledgement, right? Like anytime we have the 11th house, you could have an online presence and you are going to be seen on your online presence. Like people are going to be coming in like from the woodwork, like, oh, pile number 1. We love you. This is friends and like-minded people as well. So you could just be expanding your friend group, right? Being able to really connect with people who get you, who understand you, who've been on a similar journey as you, where it's like you can bounce ideas off of and really, really, really connect with here. Being able to take collective action is the message I just heard. But it's like you're going to be getting praise and recognition and protection and building a society. This is the realization of your hopes and wishes. So we're not saying an end result here. Okay, but we are saying that you are going to begin to recognize your hopes and wishes coming through here. Okay, leadership. And if you didn't catch the shuffle, you should go check out the shuffle, because that's a message that we received in the shuffle was leadership coming in. Okay, very passionate energy. I feel like you're inspired here. There's a new inspiration that's coming towards you where you're going to take off and really, really have the courage to do what it is that you want, like without without fear of what could happen. You're just commanding this presence and saying, this is what I want. This is who I am. This is the direction that I'm going in. And that's what's coming through in this energy. It's like, no longer am I going to be at the whim of what others think, or at the whim of what I think others think, because that's really what it comes down to, right? Instead, you're like connecting with people who are very like-minded to you, and you're like, oh my gosh, like my people do exist. I'm not alone, right? Like there are people out there who get what I'm doing. There are people out there who get this journey. There are people out there who understand what it is that I'm going through. There are people out there who, you know, are healing. There are people out there who want something better. There are people who have a bolder vision for the future. And it really feels like here with the Aquarius energy of the 11th house next to Aries energy, it's like understanding that you're going to be moving together as a unit, even if you are separate from each other. It's like collectively you're moving together towards something. So you could be getting involved in a group project where you each have your own separate parts of the project to come together, or you could be getting involved with something like Greenpeace or Habitat for Humanity or something along those lines, or like traveling to another country where you're helping others who are less fortunate than you, or even doing something along the lines of, you know, building a program to help others become successful in life. So there's like a lot of different things that are flying around here, but it does feel like you're really connecting with community, with others who feel that sense of community and that sense of connection and how powerful it is. And this is something that's coming because of your hard work, and it is coming in the month of May, and you will begin to see this happening, okay? That's what they're saying, your hopes and wishes. It's not the actual whole realization of your dreams. It's the beginning. It's like really seeing that you put in a lot of work and you're beginning to see that. So it's like if you're building your own business and you haven't received any real pay, like you've always been in the red, like you're the one that's putting out, right? You're putting out the money, putting out the money, putting out the money, the time, the effort, the money. And then suddenly in May, you're going to begin to see a return, right? That doesn't mean that you're going to be in the black. Right? What that means is that you're seeing a return on it now, where it's like, okay, finally it's coming back in. Finally, like I'm seeing that the fruit of my efforts are going to be rewarded. Like I'm seeing something happening. If you're trying to build this unique project, like you're beginning to see it being received. If you're the head of a company and you're trying to open up a new sector and expansion, like you're beginning to see that the deal gets struck, right? Like you strike a deal and then you go into the talking part, the negotiation. Okay, that's what this feels like here. So let's get some tarot out on it, Source. What surprises are pile number one going to receive this month due to their hard work? Maybe I should say will, which sounds weird, right? What surprises will pile number one receive this month due to their hard work? Yeah, that's much better. One more, they said. Okay, thank you, Source. Yeah, perseverance, the strength and the vitality to overcome. What surprises will pile number one receive this month due to their hard work? Okay. What surprises will pile number one receive this month due to their hard work? Interesting. What surprises will pile number one receive this month due to their hard work, Source? Okay, on the bottom of the deck, look, we have the King of Cups in the upright. Yeah. The ability to let go of what once was. That's what I was saying, like, that thought process of what we think other people are thinking about us. Oftentimes, we are, like, way off base, and sometimes we're right on. You know, but what happens is that our mind is always going, and we see that here with the Six of Swords and the Eight of Wands next to each other. It's like this always on. The thoughts that you're thinking or the actions that you're taking because of anxiety, right? Like I'm thinking very unbalanced thoughts, very unsure thoughts, like things that are not coming true, things that are very, like, they're rocking my boat. Right? The Six of Swords is a very unique energy because it's like, I don't want to rock the boat. but I also don't want to get stuck in a greed cycle. And I also don't want to do this. But like when it's in the reverse, it's like all those things are happening. I'm rocking the boat and I'm taking action based on that idea that popped into my head here. Okay, and this is balancing out with justice here. Yeah, this is going away. Like you're no longer going to be worrying about, see how she has her sword up here? It's like, no, this is stopping. And I'm going to come into this more balanced energy, this even energy of like, I'm emotionally grown, right? I'm a grown adult and I'm going to act like a grown adult. I'm not going to let the fears of what could have been or might have been or what I feel like other people might be thinking. I'm not even going to let that worry me anymore, because I'm going to see the results of what is coming. And that's exactly what's happening here. You're beginning to see the results. You're seeing that the decisive actions that you've taken are bringing you out of this place of not wanting to integrate your healing, or feeling like you're always starting over, or feeling like things are falling apart. Like you're not letting that be a process in your life anymore. What's happening here is gaining clarity and emotional understanding of yourself, where all of a sudden it's almost like overnight you go from this like emotional wreck to being very decisive in what you're doing. Like, no, this is what I'm doing and I'm okay for being seen for this. Like I'm done trying to go down this road of being drawn in by, you know, this is very interesting. Let's talk about the Lover card for a minute. And it's not the lovers, it's the lover in the Tarot Marseille, and he is in this dilemma between something that is noble and wise versus something that is lustful and temptatious, okay? And it's depicting the story of Hercules here. Like, what route should he take ultimately? And we know he ends up taking the right route, right? He ends up going towards what should be. It's like, do I go towards fame and fortune, or do I go towards goodwill and honor? And so that's the thing. And it's like he's reaching out because temptation will always make us pause, right? But ultimately, our mind, we are attracted to the things that bring us honor. We are attracted to the things that bring us that stability of knowing that we're doing good and we're doing the right thing. And yes, not everybody does, right? Some people just want the fame and the fortune. They just want the recognition. They just want to have everything given to them on a silver platter. But most people are pretty integrable, right? Like they are hold a lot of integrity, even if it is a struggle for some. Like, you know that I'd rather be happy doing what I'm doing than to feel like I'm empty because I chased after the wrong thing. And that's exactly what's coming for you. So the surprise that you're receiving as a balancing out from a decision that you made, whether that was recently or a long time ago, that this is the route that I'm taking. And you're seeing it balance out, and you're seeing that you're beginning to be seen as a leader. You're seeing that people respect you. You're seeing that people want to ask you for advice. They want to come in and they want you to help them with their problem. They want your product. They want everything that you have to offer them. They want to come to you, and you're going to see that balancing out this month. That's what I'm saying. Like, you put in a lot of hard work. You put in a lot of time and a lot of effort. And if it's like your own business and you put out all this money, you're going to be seeing that money in return, but you're also going to be seeing the balance of why it had to happen this way and why things took so long, and how you're letting go of the karma. Do you see this? It's interesting because in the Tarot Marseille, the Justice this is the original setup of the Tarot, is that Justice was the number 8 card, not the number 11. And I've talked about that before, and I'm not going to go back into it right now, but that is the original setup, right? And Crowley is the one who changed the setup for that, and that's fine, right? So that's why the Rider-Waite-Smith Justice is the number 11 and Strength is the number 8. But this was the original setup in the old Italian decks, or the original Tarocchi, and the Tarot Marseille is that Justice is the number 8. We have the 8 of Wands here, so you see your actions based on anxiety and feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be seen unless I do it the way that so-and-so is doing it, or unless I do it the way that's bringing me almost like immediate results. This is like fast food, right? Like that's the energy they're giving me right now. It's like fast food. I'm going to go to McDonald's, even though you know it makes you feel terrible. It's gross. It's disgusting, but it's like that immediate satisfaction. And then coming into a place where now you're learning how to cook for yourself in a gourmet way that you really truly like and you really truly enjoy. That's the balancing out of karma here. That's the balancing out of justice. And what we see here, it's like you had to go through these karmic cycles in order for you to gain abundance. And that's what we see coming in here. And this is something that was a huge shift for you, but it also like set you back. It feels like you had to take 10 steps back. It feels like everything fell apart. And now this month, what you're going to be seeing is that you took 10 steps back to take 50 steps forward. Right? Like it may have felt like that, but it was all just an illusion, and you're letting go of that illusion. You're letting go of this fear that like I have to do things the way I don't want to do because that's what appears to be successful. That's what appears to get the attention. That's what appears to get noticed or to get recognized. You're realizing now that, yeah, it might get recognition, but the amount of recognition that it receives is minuscule to when you choose to do it the way that's in alignment with your soul, even if it seems like it was pulling you back. And the whole reason that Source was pulling you back was because it was realigning you with the people that you're meant to be connected with at this time, that you're meant to be on the journey with. And that's why it feels like Source is pulling you back. Like Source is saying, we don't need a whole bunch of McDonald's on our block. We need some gourmet chefs, okay? We need people who care about their health. We need people who care about what they're putting into their body, what they're feeding their souls. All right? You fed your soul. You've been doing that for a long time. You've been doing that relentlessly. You've been building this business for a long time. You've been showing up and putting in the hard work. And so now there's going to be this new energy, this vitality that's coming in. It's like I keep hearing a 180. You're going to see a 180 with things. Like it's going to start growing. You're going to start getting recognition. But outside of all of that, the biggest surprise here is the subtlety of feeling completely secure in yourself. And why is that subtle? Because it's just a shift. It's a little shift that happens inside of you that makes everything else outside of you change in a profound way. And so you're going to find comfort in knowing that you've grown into this person who's capable of handling the difficult times and still being sure of yourself, going towards what you want while not compromising your integrity, not compromising your honor, not compromising your journey in any one way, shape, or form. You're just not doing that anymore. Interesting. I picked up the deck and I just looked over to grab some Oracle, and the Moon card it was just sitting there, and so the Moon card didn't get picked up with the deck for purpose. Obviously, it was supposed to be seen on your reading, but with the Moon card coming out, this is something that you haven't seen yet, okay? Which it's something that was being done underneath the surface. Again, this idea of that shift that's coming internally, where you're shifting something within you so that you can be more in alignment with your soul, more in alignment with what you desire. And it's been very difficult. This is that purging of the subconscious energy, like the plumbing out, right? We're letting go of those things that make us fearful. We're letting go of those things that hold us back. And so I'm going to put that there. It's just interesting that it was there, and it's in the upright. Shoot. So it could be on the May 28th when you see this. Interesting, Mars would come out for you in your reading. You could be seeing this on May 28th. You could be seeing this on May 18th. So maybe between the 18th and the 28th. Maybe between the 8th and the 28th. You're going to see like a huge shift in yourself. And the surprises are just going to kind of, this feels like something trickling in. Like it's raining in on you, but it's not like a downpour. It's like trickling in, one thing after another. So pay attention to your blessings this month is the message. So we have move forward and defend self with Mars energy once again. Yeah, so you're moving forward. There's a shift, okay? Fire with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, confidence, optimism, passion, and bravery. So you're being very, very optimistic. There's a lot of vitality coming in, a lot of new passion that's coming in. Like, it's almost like the passion that you had for starting whatever it is that you're putting all your time and energy and effort towards, the hard work that you're putting in. Are you going to focus here? Okay. And all of that is like being recognized, and you're actually going to feel that new renewed sense of passion once again. Like how you started, you're going to feel like that again. You're going to have the energy to put towards it. Like we have Leo, self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. So you're going to feel a lot more confident in yourself. Okay, so let's get one of these out. All right, on the bottom of the deck, yeah, activation. So you're being activated. This is like an initiation process here. Let's get one of these. Okay, thank you. Let spirit be your guide. This is something you were guided towards, right? This is a process that you had to go through. Let's get a couple of these. I just want 3 of these, source. Okay, please have 3 of these, okay? 1 more, or 2 more? No, okay. Well, the cards are all funky right now. Okay, thank you. 1 more. Want me to stop? Can you please have 1 more of these, source? Just 1. Thank you. Memory. Okay, so we have remembrance, commemoration, and reunion. So you could be coming back into connection with people from your past, but I feel like they're going to remind you of a past life. That's really what I just heard that. That was something, like, I know this person from somewhere. Even if you don't believe in past lives, like, you're going to remember this person. Like, this is someone who's meant to be on my journey with me. The promise, we have responsible, confirmation, and assurance. And this is going to be assuring to you. Like, this is going to be like, oh, yeah. Like, okay, this is exactly where I'm meant to go. And then we have imagination, variety, fantasy, and mind. So your imagination is going to be going to new heights this month. That's a surprise for you as well. You might already be a very imaginative person, but you're just going to be seeing like new ideas coming in, like really, really fast, and really a lot of them. So keep a journal with you, keep a little book with you so you can write them down. And we have stress, headache, pressure, and a lack of sleep. So this is going to be leaving you. Okay, this is something that's going away. Okay, this fear of not getting to where you want, this fear of failure, fear of being cast away, this fear of being poor. Okay, you're coming into a place of real estate with wealth, investment, and a mega project. Okay, things are going to balance out for you. Okay, things are going to balance out for you here. All right, let's get, maybe, if I can grab it. Come here, homie. I need you. Ooh, I hit the camera. My ring got caught on the spring. Okay, so this fell out of the deck. We have money matters a lot now. Watch your expenses. Save up for the future. You need to be prepared for the unexpected. Okay? So again, this idea like money matters for you, and that's okay. That's all right, but they're just saying like don't be crazy. Don't be crazy with your spending, you know. Pay attention to what you need. Get what you need. We have fast changes. You'll be leaving a job suddenly or getting one very quickly, or your work may change dramatically in a short time. Go with the flow. So a lot of moving forward, fast changes. Things are changing for you here. Let's get 1 more, source. Signs. We have you're putting together pieces of the puzzle from signs you are getting. Pay attention to the coincidences you are experiencing. So this is source leading you in the direction that you're meant to go in, okay? And on the bottom we have roll the dice. Time to put yourself out there. You are hiding your talents, and it's time to take a risk and step into the spotlight now. So don't be afraid to be seen, okay? Let's see what we've got here. Vigilance, staying vigilant. This card talks about no matter what happens, the people you encounter, the people who come into your life, whatever, you're staying vigilant towards your goal and never giving up. Like, it's just slow and steady progress, but you're making that progress, and then suddenly fast changes are coming here, okay? And then we have sometimes life stings with wasp spirit, number 10 with 64, numerology and 10. And so we have this change of you're getting to the end of a cycle, right? You're ending a cycle here. Oh, why that was all folded back there. You're ending the cycle and you're coming into a new place, but now you're seeing that, like, when you were trying to do things before, whether that was like, oh, you noticed that someone else was getting better results doing this, like a crash diet, or they were selling their soul, or they were doing a Ponzi scheme, or they were doing a pyramid scheme, or whatever it was, and you may have tried to do that and it wasn't working out for you. You're like, you know what, I have this great idea. And so you started working towards it, and you really wanted to keep your honor intact, right? You realize that sometimes life stings because you might see other people being successful and you weren't, and you were like, what the heck is going on? Like, what am I doing wrong? That happened for purpose, to bring you back into alignment with yourself, okay? Because your heart and your soul has an idea for you here on this journey and in this 3D realm, and trusting that sometimes life is difficult, sometimes life stings, but those oftentimes are our detours and our redirects back to where we're meant to be, okay? So let's take a look at your oracle card here. Strategy with the red fox, number 3. So this has all been a part of the plan. I actually pulled out the book today, so we're going to take a look at this card, see what the deeper meaning of it is. Okay. It says, work through a strategy to get what you want. This is a time of transformation, so do not hide what you really are. Don't hide. You've been hiding who you are. There's been a couple cards coming out saying that now. Be a part of nature, not apart from nature. Be patient. Your opportunity will come. Okay, and then it says here, there's a message. Kami, the spirits worshipped by the Shinto religion, can be rocks, trees, animals, and even phenomena such as lightning or noted ancestors who have passed. These are manifestations of a concept called musubi, which is the interconnecting and powerful life force weaving everything together. Kami are manifestations of energy or of nature or nature itself, not apart from nature, not separate, right? In Japan, Inari are the spirits of prosperity, good harvests of rice, and the making of sake, fertility, and the fox, while Kitsune, fox, is both messenger and avatar. Inari temples have read by Kitsune at the gates, as they are protectors of the sacred gateways. The worship of Inari probably is older than the birth of Christ, but the oldest temple found dates from around 700 AD. The fox, the rice sheaf, and a magical wish-fulfilling jewel are the symbols of the Inari and the Kitsune, and those red votive vibes are given out of respect. Offerings made of sake, rice, and fried tofu at temples in exchange for the fox messengers to help devotees win favor with the gods. Inari Kami, as Kitsune, are quite mysterious in that they are said to be female, male, or androgynous and can embody both good and evil. Their mythos often involve shape-shifting in a way of teaching someone a lesson. They must have strategies so that they are not found out as Kitsune. This is because while the Kitsune can look very much like their target form, for instance, a female human, they are still physically vulnerable and certain beings can detect them. It is said that a Kitsune as a woman must not pass mirrors because the mirror will pick up the tail of the fox. Also, all dogs can see true form and break the spell, so no transformed Kitsune must go anywhere near a canine. As they have had a long association with human beings, fox features in mythos and storytellings in Western cultures, China, Russian, and in First Nation cultures of America and Canada through the Arctic regions. So the thing is, let's read the magic. If you need some prosperity in your life, or you are wishing for a more connected relationship to the world on any level, Inari Kami may be able to give you the strategy to assist. As the Inari and their Kitsune is a living tradition, you can use modern Shinto ways to honor them. And if you are lucky enough, you can visit one of the Kitsune temples in Japan. Fox magic is transformative, and foxes can help you find the best way to get through any puzzling or difficult situation. Okay, So they're here to help you get through this. Like, that's the thing. And number 3 is connected with our angels and our guides, which talks about you're never alone. They're always here helping you out on your journey. And so with this message, it's been a very difficult time for you. You've put out so much energy, so much effort, but your strategy of moving forward and continuing through with this is going to help you see profit, and it's going to help you see emotional well-being in the future as well. Even though emotional well-being might not be as fun as profit, I guess, but it is actually much more worth your time, right? And don't forget to put yourself out there. It's important for you to be seen at this time, okay? So this is what I see for you here. If you feel like this is your reading, put a little dice emoji down below and say, I let myself be seen in the world around me. Leave me a thumbs up. And if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all the links necessary to do so below in the description box. You can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to Spotify at my podcast, Scatter Love Radio. You can also join as a member. And when you click that link, it'll show you the options available as well as what comes with each option. So I do hope to see you over on memberships. If not, thank you for your continued support here. I am going to go ahead and leave this here and get on out of here. I do, however, want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful yellow citrine, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be your reading on what surprises are you receiving this month due to your hard work. If you are a returning viewer, watcher, subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support and being a part of this incredible tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. For those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience, and that this is a safe space for you to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. So that being said, let's go ahead and hop to it and find out what surprises will pile number 2 be receiving this month due to their hard work, source. What surprises will pile number 2 be receiving due to their hard work this month? What messages do you have for us, source? What surprises will pile number 2 be receiving this month due to their hard work? Well, okay, so we've got the 4th house Leo energy and the North Node. Okay. So again, with leadership, you know, Leo is a leader, right? They can direct towards leadership. Also, if you didn't catch the shuffle at the very beginning, you might want to go back and check that out. But it does look like you're receiving leadership opportunities in healing on your North Node, right? With the 4th house, we do have that looking at healing, being able to nurture, also really connecting with your inner child here. It looks like you're going to be able to connect with your inner child in ways that you haven't been able to before, like really letting it let loose and have a good time and to laugh and to play, to be free. And that's a huge surprise. I feel like you, pile 2, are oftentimes extremely serious. Very much like focused on the work, focused on what needs to be done, focused on getting to the next step in your journey, getting to the next goal that you have set. Very serious. And to be playful is kind of unique for you. You could have also been a child that was forced into being a parent and the nurturer and having to show compassion to the adults in the situation because they were incapable of giving that to you, and they also demanded that from somebody. And so naturally you took on that role to kind of balance out that life family mobile, right? Like to balance it out so it was even. And that was something that's very weighing and trying on you. And so what's coming in this month due to your hard work is actually a part of your North Node, like being in your North Node energy. And that's why I'm saying it's like being playful and having fun, and also still being in that position of being a leader in your life and being able to help others in a playful way, in a fun way, and to let yourself be goofy. Like, I feel like being goofy is just very foreign to you. Like, it just feels very foreign. Like, I can't do that. I already hear somebody like, that's not me. Like, I'm not like that at all. Like, I'm too serious for that. But that's what your hard work is bringing in. Like something's going to switch for you. It feels like a little light switch is going to go on and your inner child is like, yes, I have the safety and the space and the freedom to play. So let's play. And you're going to be connecting with a part of yourself that maybe you didn't even know existed. Maybe it was like something that was so far away from you. Like you're like, this is something I can't possibly ever connect with again because I've always had to be the adult. And you always have been the adult and you've always taken on that role. And this is something that you're actually going to be a lot more thrilled with life, a lot more in tune with yourself as well. And that's going to ultimately bring a lot of your manifestations in. Okay? It does feel like this is going to be a new foundation for you. And that might be scary. Like, what is my hard work bringing? What surprises are my hard work bringing? Of course, everybody wants money. But the reality of the situation is that you might not be at that point yet, or you've already gotten past that point. And so it's like, what's next? And so here you have this being brave and charismatic and confident, and where people want to connect with you because you're just naturally this fun-loving energy, and you're like, that really doesn't sound like me at all. Like, I feel like some of you are like, no, that's not me. That's what's coming. That's a surprise, right? Because it's going to surprise you. You're going to be like, whoa, I really am goofy. Or like, wow, I haven't thought about this since I was like 4 or 5 years old. Like, I stopped playing with my imaginary friends, or I stopped even having an imagination when I was a kid. But that's something that's coming back. It feels like something that's very imaginative, very free. We have 2 energies that are pointing towards your inner child with the 4th house and Leo here. This is all about your inner child. But then to have North Node energy here, it's like this is you pointing in your true north. This is an alignment. So you're coming into alignment with what is good for your soul, what is nourishing for your soul. It's not about nourishing for you out in the outer realm. This feels like a very internal nourishing that's coming due to your hard work. You might be like, but that's not what I want. It's not what you want, but it's exactly what you need, pile 2. For others of you, you're probably like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I can't wait for that to happen. I don't know. I don't even know what that's like. I don't even know what that's like to be nurtured, to be held, to be supported. But you're doing so much healing and you've gone so far on your path. It's like you unlocked the divine timing for this to come in and play a vital role on the next part of your journey. Because where you're going, you need to be able to connect with that inner part of yourself that has a deep imagination, but as well as can have a good time. So maybe you'll be a parent soon, okay? And like this is in no way, shape, or form that like you're gonna get pregnant or you're gonna get somebody pregnant. That's not what this is. But maybe it's like you're gonna have a child soon in your life on your journey, and you need to be able to connect to that playful side of yourself. Or this is you're gonna be connecting with younger kids, and you're gonna have to have that vital energy. Or you're going to be connecting with other adults who need to connect with that part of themselves, and you're going to be giving them permission to do so. That's exactly what this feels like, but it does feel like this is something you're meant to be doing. It is a part of your path of purpose. So Source, what surprises will pile number 2 be receiving this month due to their hard work? This is where your abundance is. And it's funny because it's like when we think about abundance, oftentimes we think monetary. But this is something that's far, far more precious, right? Like money can't buy love because it's too expensive. Exactly. Love is too expensive because no amount of money in the world can buy that. The same thing with your inner child and the ability to live a beautiful life. You can't pay for that because it's too expensive. So what surprises will pile number 2 be receiving this month due to their hard work? Yeah. The recognition of family wounds coming in to the forefront here. What surprises will pile number 2 be receiving due to their hard work? Thank you, Source. What surprises will pile number 2 be receiving due to their hard work, Source? Thank you. Yeah. You may have had a narcissistic parent growing up, or someone that was very demanding and brutal and just very, it's like a misfortune, right? That's what I'm hearing, like a misfortune. Very superficial. Yeah. That's why I'm not surprised that the Popess comes out in the bottom of the deck in the reverse. And this might all sound very, oh my gosh, how is this a surprise? Like, this doesn't seem like a surprise. These all seem very negative, and you got all these mystery cards in the reverse. But the truth is they're painting the picture as to why this is so vital to your journey. As you see here with the Popess next to the Emperor in the reverse, it's showing that the reason that this person was like this, so brutal, so malicious, and oftentimes cruel to you, was because they were living in a very superficial mindset here with the Popess in the reverse. When she's in the reverse, she's only concerned with material gain. She's only concerned with money. She's only concerned with what she can buy. She's only concerned with the way that she looks. Very surface level things. These are not things that matter, right? And there's so much more to life than what we can purchase. And that's something that you're learning on the journey, and you're figuring that out, and you're realizing that you've been surrounded by this energy that was money, and you're letting that go. Like, I do feel like you're letting that go, but I do feel like for some, you're still holding on to that because this is energy that you grew up with. And so the big surprise here is the reveal. It's almost like the reveal, like you're actually beginning to see, like, wow, you know, my dad, their whole life was very superficial and only wanted money. Or my uncle, his whole life, all he wanted was money, and he wanted to keep up with the Joneses, and he couldn't even show love because he had to keep up with the Joneses. Or my whole life, my mom, all she cared about was the house that she owned, and so she worked extra hard so she could buy the biggest house on the block. And we all had to suffer, and we all wore secondhand clothes just so that she could wear, or so that she could have this humongous house. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's this energy that you were always in, whereas you came second to this grandiose idea that someone as a parent in your life with the fourth house can be pointing towards the mother wound here. With the Emperor, though, we do see that this could also be a masculine. It could be an Aries, a Pisces, a Sagittarius, a Leo that was in your life that did this. We'll see what the middle card is in just a second. But this is someone who had this idea that this is the only way that we can live. So this is someone who truly believed at some point in their life that the only way to experience happiness is if you're living a life of the rich and famous. And now I'm hearing that song, lifestyles of the rich and the famous. They're always complaining, always complaining. If money is such a problem, well, we've got answers. Think we should solve them. Who's that? By Good Riddance, I think. I think that's the name of the band. It's an old band. This is way back from when. But anyways, that's why I say if money's such a problem, we've got answers. Think we should solve them. But lifestyle, the rich and famous, are always complaining, and that's exactly what it feels like. These are people who are always complaining, like, I don't have enough, I don't have enough, I don't have enough. But then they really didn't have enough because they always believed that they didn't have enough because they're trying to maintain this idea that it's bigger than they are. Like, you got some, my mom always said this. She's like, don't be someone who's a champagne taste on a beer budget. Okay, like my mom always told me that. She's like, Becky, you got a champagne taste on a beer budget. And she's like, you got to figure that out. And I never understood what that meant when I was 18 years old trying to get the nicest apartment that I couldn't even afford. But it was nice, and I wanted to live there because I'd never lived in anything that looked that nice, you know. And that's exactly what this person or these people that were around you. With the Temperance here in the reverse, we're seeing that this is family situations coming to light where they were unable to blend this life. Where it's like, you know what, we have this much, let's make it work. Let's make it come together. But as a family, we have to take care of each other. Where you see here is like more or less you were put on the back burner, and so you were the one that was put into this position taking care of someone who had the role and the title to be taking care of you, but who internally was still just a child. And as a child, you learned to grow up way too fast. Wow, this could have been an Aries in your life, very much so. Look at this. You have the Queen of Wands here at the middle of the reading representing your energy. You had to learn how to set not even good boundaries. You just had to learn how to set boundaries for everyone else. Like, it was like they're in an emotional turmoil. Okay, I have to put everybody else in their place outside of this family because my family comes first. Or, you know, they're in this place of just distress and upset, and you're the one that's like trying to even that out. And it puts you in a position where you grew up very capable of being strong. You're very strong. You have very strong energy about you. You should never question that, pile 2. But it also made you grow up way too soon. Way too soon. And here you are, look. You're a queen inside of an angel, an emperor, and a priestess, right? The high priestess, if you will, but the popess. You're a queen in the midst of all this, and you're the only one that's in the right of mind. All these people had this energy to take care of you in a much better position, but look, they're all afraid of the future. You grew up looking towards the future like, this is what I have to do because I have to defend my past. I have to defend that belief. I have to defend that anger that I was feeling. I have to defend that fear that I was feeling. I have to defend that almost cowardice that I was feeling because I didn't know how to move beyond this energy. And at the root of it all, we see here, she's sitting on this kind of like beige colored, it's supposed to be a chair, but it kind of looks like a blanket, right? Well, in the book that came with this deck, it talks about the different meanings between the colors. And it's interesting because it's talking about this color is directly related with material gain. This beige color here in the deck. Like directly related to, and it's interesting how I didn't even know what that card was, and that's what it felt like even before I got to that. I was like, kept feeling like there's something money, like there's this money, and it's like you're grounded, you're capable of saving, you're capable of creating a better life for yourself. Like you did all the things that it's like you watched no one be able to do around you, but it's still like that belief was what was keeping you stuck in this revolving, I have to be the adult. I can't have a good time. I can't have friends. I can't go out and play. I can't do this. I can't do that. It was like, I can't because of this unfair energy. And now it's like you're getting judged for actually taking care of yourself. And maybe you surpassed your family. Maybe you make more money than your family, and they see that and they want to benefit from that. But you're the one that worked hard for it, and you're kind of in this place. This feels so specific. It feels like you're put in this place where you feel very guilty, like, they are my family. Should I really help them out? Like we're blood, but in reality, like, it's like, I know exactly what they're going to do with it. They're not even going to use it for what they say they need it for. So say like you have your mom, right? We're looking at the mother wound here. Just say an example being like your mom coming like, I need grocery money. Like I can't buy groceries. I need grocery money. And then, like you give her $100 for grocery money, she's not going to go spend it on groceries. Like, she's going to go spend it on whatever can make her look good and be in that superficial energy where like, oh, hi, look, I got a Michael Kors bag, or I got this knockoff Gucci bag, or whatever it is. Okay, like, I don't know. Anyways, that was so random. It just feels random, but it's just this very specific message is coming through where it's like they want you to believe that they're going to use it for these things, and but you already know, right? And you're also fighting right now this repression. You're like doing your best to stay in a centered energy. You're doing your best to stay in a calm energy. You're doing your best to show up as your best self. But there's still this like guilt that's connected with it. And you're like, I love them because they're my family. I can't help but love them because we're blood. Because, that's just how it is. But I'm also seeing that they're not as wise as they wanted me to believe when I was a child. And also I'm beginning to see now that they kind of really put me in a position that didn't allow me to experience my childhood. And so one of the biggest surprises for you this month is not only the ability to begin to set boundaries with this person and say, hey, I'm not here to take care of you like that because I know you're not going to do what you said you were going to do with the money. Like, and you're not going to be mean about it. You're not going to be rude about it. You're like, I love you and I'll always love you. And I want you to do the best possible thing that you can for yourself. But I'm just not going to be the person that continues to feed this addiction or this superficial idea that you have about life. Because life is so much more important than that. Life should be about family and getting together. And in doing so, it's almost like setting that boundary is a surprise for you. But it also puts you into this place of being able to begin to be goofy and fun and loving, where you're just like, wow, like what was this child? Because you doing that, standing up for yourself in that moment in a kind, loving way, it's like your inner child sees that and recognizes that we're not here to take care of them. I was never here to take care of them. Wow, I just got so emotional. I was never here to take care of them like that. I was never here to build them up when they couldn't do that for me, but I did. And now I get to be myself. And so pile 2, they're like coming through and they're like, let's just shine and let's have fun and let's be everything that we ever wanted to be. I want to be a fireman today, so let's go get a fireman costume and just run around and pretend to put out fires. Or I want to be a ballerina and I'm going to go get ballerina shoes and I'm going to dance until I can't move anymore today. And it's not for anything other than the fact of just learning yourself. Who am I? Sorry about that. Who am I when I'm not taking care of adults? Who's my child? Who's my inner child? Who am I? I need a drink. I need a drink of water real quick. And that's what your hard work is bringing. And I feel like for most of you, you understand that. Like it's not monetary, but it is, because it's an old belief. But it's almost like this sigh of relief, I feel. It's like come over your heart and your soul, just, I can be who I'm meant to be. And I don't have to be afraid anymore. And I don't have to be afraid of whatever it is that they're going to do anymore, because they're grown, crooked letter adults. Okay? And they're going to do whatever it is that they want. But so am I. I'm a grown adult. And that means that equally so, I get to do what I want. And I want to take care of myself. And because of that, that one boundary that you set, your inner child's like, thank you. And you just see it's like coming out of your chest and arms expanded like, yes, I get to stretch myself again. And you might start to create stories in your head of like, you know, like all those things that you would have done as a kid. You might see yourself being very imaginative or wanting to go and play on the playground or swing on the swing set. Don't hold back. It might feel strange, but that's what they're saying. Like, don't hold back. It's okay. These are things that your inner child has always wanted to do, but sat longingly inside of you, wishing and hoping and praying for that, while the logical mind in you is like, we can't do that because we have to be the adult in this situation. In a crew of adults, you were the only one that was ever an adult. And so what your hard work is bringing you is an opportunity to let your inner child come to play and to shine and to be free. To be free. Spiritual growth. Yeah. Like in these little birds up in the corner, they're all flying. This is spiritual growth. This could have been a Sagittarius. This could have been an Aries, a Pisces, a Libra, a Sag, a Leo. We have a lot of fire energy here. You could be a Pisces, a Cancer. You could have North Node in Leo. North Node in Aries. Opposition. Boom. Imbalance, a point of tension and a power struggle. This is it. You were a child taking care of adults. You're not going to do that no more. Like it's over. That's over with. This is a position that you're no longer going to be in anymore. Like you're not in this anymore. Like it's done. Let's see, what does this say? Oh, okay, you're going to get... Oh, that's too many. Okay, they want this one. I'll take that one. I'll put these on the bottom of the deck. We'll see what it says. Receive with love and appreciation, and honesty is essential. Speak with love and truth. That's what you're going to do here. You're not going to let them convince you of what you need to be here anymore. You're going to say, look, I'm not going to let your mask and your fears drive me anymore. Miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. And you begin to see that now. It's like what was once hard. It's like you're becoming centered enough to understand that this had its place in your journey and in your life, in a very powerful place in your journey and in your life. And you're coming into a state of harmony and balance. Oof, I love this reading. on the bottom. Focus. Keep focusing on yourself. And that's the other thing too with crystals focus coming out. It's like you're shifting your focus. It's no longer on people who don't have good intentions for you. Wow, okay, these are falling out. We have sometimes life stings and time to heal. It's been a really difficult, both of them 10. Like we have 10, 10 coming out here, 64 and 55. I'm going to put these back in the deck and shuffle. If they want to come out again, they'll come out, but these are showing up. So this is a completion of a cycle for you. This is it. Time to heal after life stings, you know? What else would you like to say for this pile? Co-create with spirit. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of imagination that's coming into play here for you. You're going to be seeing a lot of ideas coming to the surface here. Embrace the in-between. Look, we have 8-8. A lot of synchronicities already on your reading. We have 17, which in numerology is 8. 26 in numerology is 8. Embracing the in-between. Be peace. So you're having harmony and peace come in here. There's a lot of weird energy coming through, as in I'm not sure what's going on, right? Because it's like it's different for you to let yourself experience the inner child. It's different for you because it's something that you've never had an opportunity to do. And so that's why it's like embrace the in-between. Let yourself experience this creative energy. Let it be expressed however it wants to. If you want to go out and dance and make funny noises or try to you know, make different voices or whatever it is, you know, wear silly hats, wear silly outfits. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't limit yourself here, okay? Influence. Use your influence for change. You may do public speaking, social videos, or interviews. Your voice and opinions are important. So you're actually going to be helping people with the same thing. Investment. Invest in your education and make some big plans for the future. Take calculated risks, but save something to fall back on. So it's time to invest in yourself. Invest money as well. And then expression. You need work that lets you express your creative self. You could do well at writing, blogging, or career in communication. And wasn't I saying that? Like, you might find yourself making up stories and stuff. And so that's what I was saying. For some of you, you might begin writing. Like, you're like, I didn't know I could write, or that I even wanted to write. And then all of a sudden you have these ideas coming to you. Let yourself express that. Beginning. It's time. It's a good time to start a new job or a whole new career. You have creative ideas that get noticed. Build a nest egg for the future. Yeah, so you're being noticed. A lot of birds energy coming through here too. This is a bird. I'm not sure what that kind of, if you know what kind of bird that is, let us know down below. But yeah, birds, the flamingo, the crow. So a lot of birds coming through. You even had dove spirit on the bottom. Be peace. So spreading your wings and flying. I love how that message is just coming through once again. Let's get 3 of the panthers out here, source. Wow, okay. 2 flying out. May I please have one more? Just one. One more, source. What else would you like to say for pile number 2? Okay, thank you. On the bottom, we have trap, victim, allure, and trick. This is what trapped you. This is what made you feel stuck, right? It was always a disaster for you. And now you're coming in. You're doing the work you need to do to let go of this idea of bullies, people who were bullying you, family that was bullying you, people that left you in conflict, people that made you feel like you couldn't move, people that made you feel sick, people that made you feel delirious even. Coming into a place of balance, okay? With love and sweet dreams, right? Satisfaction, letting it go, ending a cycle, and saving for your future. This is something that's so important here. This is something that is so important. It's like you're going to be someone that is 90 years old and having the time of your life, dancing and enjoying life because you can, because you spent so long inhibiting your inner child, and your inner child is just going to spend all this time living itself, right? You're ready for this. Preparation, prompt, and arrangement. This is something that was arranged for you. 44 coming out again. So a lot of repeat numbers here coming through on your reading. Triumph, success, victory, and achievement. Like, there you are at the helm. Here I come. And you've climbed the mountain. You've gotten through it. and ideas, inspiration, suggestion, and vision. Like, I cannot make this up. You're going to be getting a lot of suggestions, a lot of ideas coming in, letting go of the trap. You're no longer in it. So let's take a look at what your animal oracle is. Groundedness with number 7 here. Armadillo. I'm going to read this from the book and get the deeper meaning. I'm not going to do it like I did for pile 1, but I am going to read the deeper meaning and the magic here with you. It says, without grounding ourselves, we can become disconnected and flighty, so it is an important aspect to develop. Go to the basics first. Plug into the power of the earth. Avoid drama in situations. Sometimes we need to look at the flowers at our feet before looking to the stars. Humility is a positive trait. False humility is not. Okay. The magic says, armadillo magic is profoundly earth-based and grounded. It is ancient and profound and can be used when you are feeling off-kilter and unsure. If you aren't clear on what to do next, or you've had a trauma or a shock, use armadillo magic to bring you stability and power. And I feel like that's why this is coming in, because this is a new experience for you. Okay, like, you've not had this before, like this ability to really embrace the inner child. And so it's good for you to stay grounded, and that will help bring more ideas to you. Don't get overwhelmed, but you will have all these ideas and this freedom that is coming into you. And so let that flow. Let yourself create. Okay, so this is what I see for you. Leave me a thumbs up. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little flamingo emoji down below and say, I embrace the wildness of my inner child and let them express themselves fully. Okay, and if you would like to support the channel further, you'll find all the links necessary to do so in the description box below. You can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and when you click that link down below, it'll take you to the options available as well as what comes with each option. So I do hope to see you on memberships. If not, thank you so much for your continued support here. And I'm going to go ahead and leave that here and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, pile number 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful piece of unakite, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, this is going to be your reading on what surprises are you receiving this month due to your hard work. If you are a returning subscriber, viewer, watcher, thank you so much for your continued support and being a part of this incredible tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. For those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we are all here sharing this human experience, and that this is a safe space for you to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. With that being said, let's go ahead and hop to it and get to your reading and find out more about what surprises will pile number 3 be receiving this month due to their hard work, source. What surprises will pile number 3 be receiving this month due to their hard work? What surprises will pile number 3 be receiving due to their hard work this month? Whoa, Saturn, the 7th house, and Sag energy. So new connections, adventurous connections, or meeting connections on adventures here. Feels like this has been a struggle for you, is calling in your soul family. People who are like-minded, people who understand you, people who get where you're going, people who just get that you're different and that you don't want to fit in, and that you have spent a lot of time healing yourself and getting yourself to where you are now. And you know, sometimes it's hard because it's like everybody wants to fit in and be a part of this rat race and be a part of this place where everything is just feels like it's falling apart and it's just overwhelming, and you don't want to be that. And it feels like you're going to meet new connections while you're out and about and being happy and free and loving towards yourself and learning what it is that you want to learn about and gaining more knowledge on that and putting in the effort for yourself. Really, that's just energies like I'm putting in the effort for myself. It's more than just self-love. It's like you want to learn something new. you go and learn that new thing, and that brings you to closer relationships or people who are doing something very similar. So I'm just going to use yoga as an example because y'all know how much I love yoga. Say you want to learn yoga. You're like, okay, cool. I'm going to start taking yoga classes. So you meet people at yoga classes. You want to learn how to hula hoop. So you go learn how to hula hoop. You join a community and you meet people at hula hooping. It's like you're making very profound connections this month based on your hard work. You've done a ton of healing. You've changed your outlook on yourself, and it's been a very difficult lesson for you. It feels like you've sacrificed every part of yourself that really believed that you weren't worthy of having good connections, which is amazing, right? It really is amazing that you sacrificed that. That's the one thing that said, it's gotta go. You don't have a place here no more. You got to go. There's a door. Don't let it hit you in the rear end on the way out. Goodbye. Right? So that's amazing that you've done that. I'm sorry. I'm actually going to shift this just a moment here. Here we go. That's a lot better. Okay. But it's something that you have changed within yourself. And so what you are receiving due to your hard work, and it's a surprise, is actually connections. And who's to say? They could be romantic. They could just be friendships. They could be long-term business partner relationships here. It's just sort of saying being open to all kinds of connections coming into you this month. People who understand you, people who get you, people who aren't going to put you through the ringer, people who aren't going to like have ulterior motives just to get to know you, like what can pile 3 give me. No, like these are people who've been through a lot like you have, and they're really just looking to connect with genuine people. And the more that you show yourself and the more that you let yourself be optimistic and happy and fun-loving and happy-go-lucky, the more you connect people who are like really appreciative of that and like, wow, I really got to get to know pile number 3. Like they're not just a one-off person. Like this is really who they are. This is really what they're like. And so they're like, I've already had to let go of so many people in my own life. Like that's the type of person I've always wanted in my life. And so you're in the right place at the right time. They're in the right place at the right time. And together you both come together and make magic in life as a connection. Right? And remember, connections do not always have to be romantic connections, but it does feel like you've been very alone for a huge portion of your life. And like even more so on this journey, like I feel like you were always the one person, like it didn't matter who you were with, you always felt alone. And when you got on this journey, you realized how alone you really were. And so this is having deeper connections. And intimacy does not mean physical touch or sexual connections. Intimacy is about having deep conversations with people, like more than just, hey, how's the weather? No, this is like, why do you think the way that you think? Or why do you believe things the way that you believe? Like, and wanting to genuinely know why you feel that way. Not just for their own purpose or their own benefit, but because they care about you, right? Like genuinely wanting to understand you and see you. Because they do. They do see you. So, Source, what surprises will pile number 3 receive this month due to their hard work? Thank you. What surprises will pile number 3 receive this month due to their hard work? Letting go of family, it seems like here. Like family's been a really touchy subject for you. And that's something that you're going to be letting go of. And that's going to be making space for you to receive closer connections. Okay, so they want it like this. Thank you, Source. What surprises will pile number 3 be receiving this month due to their hard work? Like some of you, like, finally, I'm calling in Soul Tribe. Like, I've been waiting for so long. Whoa, that is way too many cards. Okay, I'm going to put that back in. Oh, they want that on the bottom. I'll leave that on the bottom. Okay, so we've got, I'm going to hold these 2 out. We've got the 7 of Swords, also clarifying the 7 of Swords is a Chariot, which is number 7. So 777 coming out, being seen in your reading. All about, this is a very spiritual time for you. This is a spiritually lucky time, a growth for you. More than just sanctioned by Source. It's like you've done enough. You've put in so much work. Like we want to see you overcome those places where you weren't feeling like you had luck in. And so it's like they're helping you have this beautiful victory and overcoming something that was very difficult for you. And I feel like that does have to do with connections. Yeah, and we have the Page of Coins on the bottom of the deck in the reverse. People who had not so good intentions for you, or people who wanted you because of money, or people who wanted you because of your energy, or people who wanted you because they wanted something from you. And they spent your time, okay? They spent your time carelessly. Like, it just was like, oh, great, pile 3 gave me their time, so now I'm just going to waste it. You see, and that's the energy that it's seeing here. It's like they wasted your time, and it's all because they see you as someone being very happy and fulfilled. And so they perceived you as being someone who wasn't comfortable with themselves and who wasn't actually integrating the work that they were doing, and who's in a very unstable place. And so they felt like they could do you dirty by just, taking your time and your energy and your effort. And you're actually coming into this awareness where it's like, you either have already let these people go, or you will be letting them go. When you let them go, or when you're just like, come in, it's interesting. It's not even letting them go, because I feel like for some of you, it's like there's no option to let them go, and that's okay. But it's like that realization of it, and it puts you in this higher vibration where it's like, I don't have to let them dictate how I feel. I don't have to let them make me feel any one way. And when you come into that new perception of the situation, it gives you space to invite in people who are actually want to be there for you, want to be in your life. Yeah, on a journey. And we have the Knight of Wands coming out here. It does feel like some of you are on a journey. You're taking a trip. You're going somewhere new. You know what? This could even just be going to a new town. Like, I want to go see this place in this town that's next door, or like a neighboring town or a neighboring city or something like that, and you meet new people there, okay? And we have the 6 of Swords, like letting go of this belief that you have to diminish yourself because of someone else's feelings. This is overall really powerful. Like, Source doesn't really want to focus on the negative anymore, because it's like you've already overcome that. Like, you recognize these people. You recognize who is sure, I'm going to waste pile 3's time. You recognize that you're in a pretty good place right now, right? Overall, you're in a really great place. Like, you're in a very productive place. You're very emotionally stable. You could be a Pisces. You don't have to be. We have Cancer. We have Aquarius, Leo, Sag, Pisces, and earth signs, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. I got you coming in here. But it's like overall, you're recognizing that there's a lot of energy coming in right now, and some people just really don't see you as being strong enough to overcome this, to be able to set up a boundary for them, because they're coming from a very immature place. Like, they're coming from a very low vibration. They're coming from this place of like, I know how to push pile 3's buttons. Like, I know how to get them to do what I want to do, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to bait and hook. This is this thing, right? Bait and hook. I'm going to bait them, and then I'm going to hook them in, and I'm going to reel them in, and they're my big fish that I caught. And you're like, nope. It's really funny. It's like you fake them out. You end up hooking a shoe on their on their line, and they reel in the shoe, and they're like, huh? Well, I thought I had them. And you're like, just over there happily swimming away, like, la 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 la, I'm enjoying my best life. I'm doing what I want. This is the good life. You ain't got nothing on me. And they're still trying to bait and hook you. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, for some of you, that getting rid of them or getting them out of your life might be not in the cards right now, if you will. No pun intended. Maybe a little. But it just, for some of you, might not be something that you're capable of doing. Like, it's either a time thing, or it's a situation thing, or it's like I have to be around this person. But there's a change in your mind, and we see that here with the 6 and the 7 of Swords coming out together. You see where you're physically changing your perception, the way you see this situation. You're like, look, they're like that. They're always going to want my time. They're always going to want my energy. They're always going to want me to feel bad because they feel bad, but I don't have to. I can choose to feel good about myself, which we see you do. You feel good about your situation here. But it does feel like there's one person here, or maybe 2 people here. It could be a whole line of people here with all these on the bottom. Okay. Yeah, we see here that there's a lot of energy around you where it's like people expect you to be in an old version of yourself, and you're actually very, very secure with where you are at and changing, and you're constantly changing. But there's like some sort of journey that you're taking here that's actually leading you right into having this success spiritually, internally you're feeling very good about yourself. Internally you're feeling very good about where you are on your journey, and you're realizing, oh my gosh, I really do have this ability to make myself feel good even when they're trying to make me feel bad. And you're also seeing how this irritates them, and you're not doing it because it irritates them. You're just noticing like, wow, they really do get irritated when I'm in a good mood, and they get even more so irritated 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock when they can't make me feel the way that they want to make me feel. Right? Because you're making progress. This is a spiritual understanding. This is an inner standing that's coming to light consciously here, where you're like, oh, okay, this makes more sense. Like, I get this now. So what once was, and I love this imagery here, what once was keeping you captive in a cage, you're now piercing the cage. You're recognizing like, oh, I'm not this little delicate flower that's going to get cut on all sides if I try to escape. Like, I'm actually a sword too. Like, I actually have power here. Like, I'm actually really strong. I'm actually really incredible. And you're like, yeah, that's right. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. I'm amazing. And you're like, yeah, that's right. I am amazing. And they're like, holy crap, like, I can't make them feel this way. And so they're over here doing research, trying to figure out what are creative ways that I can bait and hook pile 3 again, 13:31 on the clock. They're trying to mirror that back to you and try to grow in a more toxic way, right? Like, they're trying to equal that. You're growing light and they're trying to grow in darkness. It's not working. It's not working, right? It's just not working because all their creative tactics they've exhausted. And it's almost like most of these people have 5 things that they rely on. These 5 tactics. And once you recognize those 5 tactics, it doesn't matter how they approach you with those tactics. You realize, like, they're going to use the same 5 things over and over again, just in different ways, but that doesn't make them different. It's like when people ask you a question, you give them an answer. They ask you the same question in a different way, but you still continue to give them the same answer. That's exactly what this energy is trying to do. They're trying to ask a question to get you to take the bait. It's the same question in a different way. It's the same question in a different way, and you keep giving the same answer. You keep hooking that boot on the end of their hook. You're like, no. That's cool. Take that dusty old boot and do what you will with it, but I am not touching that thing tonight. Right? And so on this journey that you're on, like I said, it's like you're going to travel here with the Knight of Wands. Talks about travel. And you're in your travels, your mind, it's like you begin to realize, like, whoa, hold up. I really am this beautiful source of light. So whether that's the way that people are receiving you, or whether that's the way that people are talking to you, like, people want to be around you and people don't want to be around this energy that you're with or this person in your life. Like, they don't want anything to do with them, but you're realizing that people want something with you. Like, they don't want something from you. Like, they just want to connect with you. They want to say, like, hey, you know what, you're really cool. Like, you're a really neat person. Like, you're really someone that I could see having in my life. Like, let's be friends. Like, let's really connect again. And you're going to see that, like, oh, wow, I really thought I was this terrible person, when all along it was because I was holding on to this energy of someone who doesn't believe that they're good enough to have real friends in their life. And they want everyone else to believe that too, because they don't want to be alone. They don't want to be the oddball out. But your energy is growing so fast that now it's really mirroring back to them the fact that they really are the oddball out. But before it wasn't. You see, before they had what they considered a leg up because everybody else was treating you the same way that they were, but that's because you were letting go of old energy. And when we ask to let go of old energy, it means that basically we're saying, okay, source, inundate me with all this energy that I have such a hard time letting go of, which means that it gets funneled back to us, right? And we have to face it. And so as you're facing it, it's just constant. And so they saw it as like, oh, this person always deals with people like this too. So I'm just going to be an additional cause in their life to make them feel miserable, even though I see how bright they can be. You're a very optimistic person. You're very bright, shining light. But even so, it's like, it feels like the sacrifice here was that I let go of the belief that I always deserved to have people in my life who didn't give, who had nothing to offer, who had nothing to bring, who were just really a blip on my radar, but I made it so much bigger than that, right? I keep hearing my mom saying, you turn mountains or molehills into mountains, right? It's like something you could have stepped over, and yet for some reason it turned into something you had to climb up. And they noticed that, they recognized that, and they were so sure that you were always going to be in that energy. And so the surprise that you're receiving this month through all your hard work, your dedication to healing, that's what it feels like. This is to healing to yourself, is recognition for how truly amazing you are as a person, and how you deserve to have people recognize that within you. And people who want to have those connections, like they want to have more than just that how's the weather kind of conversation. Like they want to get to know you. They want to know who you are. They want to say, like, who is Pile 3? Like, I want to get to know you. I want to know all your multifaceted being self, because you're cool, you're amazing, you're different. And I like that. And you make me feel like I can be different. And I've always wanted that. And then because they're different, you're going to feel like that too. You're going to be like, oh, this person makes me feel safe to be different because they're different. And they feel the same way about you. Like, I feel like I can be different because Pile 3 is different. And that makes me feel safe to be who I am. And you're going to recognize that you're drawing in a lot more people who are on that level with you. Now, for some, there is a message that's coming through, and this is a very specific message, and this is only going to resonate maybe with a few people. I would say 1 at least, but tops, like maybe 5. Like, this is saying with the 7th house here is that there is the ending of a contract with this person. Okay, so this person, this could be a divorce, this could be a breakup, this could be some sort of ending of a relationship with some of you. But for others of you, it's like, this is like family, they're always going to be in my life, or this is like my sibling, they're always going to be in my life, this is my child, this is my husband, this is my baby's dad, my baby's mom. Like, it's like somebody who's just going to be around. But for some of you, it is the ending of a relationship, it does feel like. And that's very... that, like I said, that's a very specific message they wanted me to say for 1, maybe a few people, but very, very much for 1 person who needs to hear that. You're moving on to the next level. You're going to be finding people who are going to help you move away from this situation, who are going to give you space, okay? So let's get some more energy out here. So, Source, what else would you like to say for pile number 3 about the surprises that they're receiving? Okay, you're going to get 2 of those. Yang energy, proactivity, expression, doing, and forward motion. Yeah, so moving forward, definitely a change, because you're moving into different energy here. Whoa, flying out, practice compassion. Yes! See things from a fresh perspective. Your perception is changing. You're seeing things from a different perspective. You're seeing this person for who they are, but it's like without judgment, right? And that in turn is making a space for you to draw in people who love you for you. Do something for someone. Give your attention to another. Boom. There you go. There's going to be another person who takes your attention away from this person, and they're not going to like it. They're going to be upset, but you know what? That's okay. Did I draw one of these in the last one? Hold it. Oh, what I did was I accidentally shuffled them, and I did not mean to do that, but that's okay. Oh, it's just one of those things. I almost picked it up. There's going to be, okay, so the message was, this is like your angels are saying no more. No more am I going to be giving to this. Your instincts are leading you elsewhere. Okay, so that's just it. Like, you're going to instinctually be drawn to new people in your experience. Like, they're going to be drawn to you, and it's going to be good, and you're going to feel good about it. Look, overcoming obstacles with Rhino Spirit flying out here. And this may be, oh, I really have to hurry. My battery's dying. This may be a new thing for you, and it's very uncomfortable, but it's a good thing for you. Okay, it's a very good thing for you. We have divine detours, trust in divine detours on the bottom with coyote spirit. Yeah, so, and the coyote can be seen as a trickster in some cultures, and that's what you're letting go of, is this idea that, you know what, they could be a trickster, they might be a trickster, but that's okay, because I don't have to let that be my journey. Like, I don't have to let them be my journey. Like, I can just let them be who they are. Magic. You have the power now. Use your magic to attract what you want into your life. The sky's the limit. So you're changing your life. You're seeing the magic is all around you. Let's get one more. Okay, I guess you're getting two. We have gestures in the future. You may be asked to help someone out, or you may need a hand. Give deserved praise to others, and you will receive recognition too. We have the future. Plan for the future while living in the present. You're always supported by spirit. Your psychic abilities can bring you prosperity. Yeah, so you could be someone who's very much on the spiritual journey and feeling singled out because, people around you might not believe that, or people made you feel like you don't deserve to have that, or whatever it is. And so you're going to be connecting with people who see that. Look, great match, right? Like, I just feel like that's all they want. It's just a great match. So I'm going to get a few of these. Can I please have 3 of these, Source? Thank you. Can I please have more for pile 3? What else would you like to say here? Thank you. Yeah, you're letting go of the illusions. Okay, so we have care, parenthood, patron and support. So this could be parents or children coming in, but you're going to be receiving care. Like someone is going to come into your life and give you care the way that you care about others. We have daydream, optimism, illusion, and delirious. You're letting go of the illusions. You're getting to see that you can enjoy life again. And then we have origin, initiation, creativity, and vitality. This is a new beginning. You're going back to the beginning, right? Trusting in the process here with number 22. We have pride on the bottom with self-esteem, self-worth, and ego. So you're coming into a place of self-esteem and self-worth, and this person is left in their ego, and they're not happy about it. Like, they're not going to be happy about it, but that's okay. That's their journey. House 1, yes, individuality, self-image, and approach to life. You're learning how to approach life the way that works for you. Things are balancing out. Consideration, fairness, and harmony. There's a new harmony coming into your life. People who treat you fair, equal give and take here. People who consider you at all times, not just their own selfish things. And sanctuary. This is the womb. So it does sound like someone's coming in to be kind of like a mother with you, or like maybe you'll be a mother to them. I know that sounds really strange. That's a very specific message, especially with this cave and sanctuary, but it feels like someone's coming in where they're going to really give you this nurturing energy like a mother, or you're going to be able to give them nurturing energy like a child, and it's going to be reciprocated. Okay, so it's not just a one-way road. Like, this is like, they're going to care about you really a lot. It's also going to inspire you to find time to create a very safe haven for yourself. So I'm saying, like, they're going to be helping you get out of a weird situation for some of you, okay? But definitely people who want this intimate connection with you. So we're going to take a look at your oracle card. I'm going to read this from the book. I very rarely ever pull out the book for these, so we're going to take a look at it here. I love this. You got the soul with butterfly, number 28, which is 10. This is a part of your path. What was once hard is now going to be easier for you. So let's see what the soul says here. All right, maybe if I can get there. It says, to experience our full selves, we often go through a difficult period of transformation and growth. Trust what you feel. We all have stages to pass through in life, and not all are easy. Look ahead to where you wish to be, not where you have been. Self-trust and trust of your partner are necessary for a positive relationship. Yeah, so you're not looking at where things were. You're just letting it go now. You're just like, that's how it is. Like, I'm not going to let it ruin my day. I'm not going to let it ruin my life. It says the magic of butterfly is the key to growth and transformation of the soul. Going through trauma or difficulty helps reveal our true self and to grow into the full magnificence of the soul itself. Ease doesn't always mean growth. When you need help moving from one life stage to another, then butterfly magic can be useful. Although patience is often needed to embody change fully, when you require a dose of beauty, hope, and lightness of spirit, and a reminder to live your life to the full, then butterfly energy can be just the thing. So there's something beautiful coming in here, and I do feel like it is a connection, whether that's romance, whether that's soul tribe, whether that's whatever. It could be even a business partnership, but it is going to grow and it's going to flourish and be something absolutely incredible for you. And that's what your hard work is bringing. That's the surprise that's coming for you this month. It's the start of. Okay, it's not that full blossoming project or connection. It's the start of this connection. It's coming in for you. Okay, so this is what I see for you. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a butterfly emoji down below and say, I embrace the uncomfortable changes that the soul brings to me so that I can spread my wings and fly. Leave me a thumbs up. If you choose to support me even further, if you'd like to, you'll find all those links down below in the description box. You can email me for a reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatterlove Radio. You can join as a member. And when you click the link for memberships, it'll show you all the levels that are available. And I do hope to see you over on memberships. If not, though, thank you for your support here. I truly do appreciate you. But I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here and leave that there. I do want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for giving us this amazing message, pile number 3. And until next time, stay human. Bye.